We were marching hard towards the sound of guns, the dust thick and clinging to our uniforms. It was mid-afternoon when we neared the village of Quatre Bras. The French were already pressing our allies hard, and the smoke from musket and cannon fire rolled across the fields like a storm. As riflemen, we were sent ahead in skirmishing order, darting from hedge to hedge, tree to tree, picking off enemy voltigeurs and advancing lines. It was hot work. The sun beat down, and the air was full of powder and cries. I fired so often that my shoulder ached from the recoil. We were heavily engaged near the Bossu Wood, a dense patch of trees on the left of the crossroads. The French were thick among the trees, and it was hard to tell friend from foe in the gloom and smoke. I remember seeing one of our lads bayoneted in the dark when he stepped too far ahead. The French artillery pounded us throughout, and I saw a whole section of Belgians routed by a well-placed round. But our lads held fast. I heard the bagpipes of the Highlanders coming up, the 42nd, and it gave us heart. When they arrived and formed line with us, the French fell back for a time. Late in the day, the Brunswickers came under fire. I saw their Duke, dressed all in black, rallying his men like a hero from a book. A moment later, he was down, shot through the chest. His men wailed like children and fought all the harder. We slept that night where we had fought, among the wounded and the dead. I remember staring up at the stars and thinking how close I'd come to meeting my end. The grass was slick with blood, and the moans of the injured echoed through the night. No man who was at Quatre Bras ever forgot it, though it was but the shadow of what would come at Waterloo.
It was at Quatre Bras that I received my baptism of fire. We had marched hard to reach the crossroads, and as we approached, we saw the black smoke curling above the woods and fields, and heard the steady thunder of cannon. The French were already engaged with Dutch and Brunswick troops, and we were ordered to move at the double. The crops in the fields were tall, and as we advanced, we had little sight of the enemy. Suddenly the air came alive with the whistle of musket balls. I remember a sergeant beside me dropping without a sound, shot clean through the head. We pushed on and began to fire in volleys. The enemy cavalry made several charges, some with such fury that I saw men lifted from their feet by the weight of the horses and sabres. Our square formations saved us many times that day. Once, when the French cuirassiers rode straight at our position, their breastplates glinting in the sun, it was like facing an onrushing wall of iron. But the volley we delivered at 20 paces shattered their front rank and forced the survivors to wheel away in confusion. I vividly recalled the bravery of the Brunswickers, especially their Duke, young and gallant, who was shot down leading his men with remarkable courage. The sight of his lifeless body, still in the saddle, stirred both sorrow and admiration. The sun sank low as the battle raged on, the golden light catching on bayonets and smoke. By the time the French began to pull back, the field was littered with dead and dying. I had lost good comrades that day, and though we had held our ground, it was no triumph, only a blood-soaked prelude to a greater clash yet to come.